Hi students, hope you all are doing good, is it? This is your physics class. It is focused on our lessons, okay? In the last class, we have discussed about what is matter and then states of matter and physical properties of matter, is it? Yes, have you all learned that? Have you all read book page number 5 and 6? I'll ask you a question in that. Should write the answers in your homework notebook. Should send along it with your homework, okay? Write only the answers. What are the three states of matter? Yes, we have learned in the last class. What are the three states of matter? Write the answers first. What are the three states of matter? Yes, second question. Write any two physical properties of matter. We have learned 7 physical properties in the last class, is it? Write any two physical properties of matter, okay? Yes, the third question. Write true or false. Okay, write only the answer, true or false, okay? Question is, liquids have indefinite shape. If it is true means write true, if it is false means write false, okay? Liquids have indefinite shape. And then the fourth question, it is also a true or false question. Gases are highly rigid. Should write only true or false, okay? Gases are highly rigid. And then the fifth question is, all matter show variation in dash. All matter show variation in dash. Okay, the first question, what are the three states of matter? What are the three states of matter? And then write any two physical properties of matter. And then write true or false. Liquids have indefinite shape. And the next question, gases are highly rigid. Okay, write only true or false. And then fifth one, all matter show variation in dash. Okay, have you all written the answers? Okay, students, study the topics which I am teaching daily, okay? And the last class itself we have learnt about what is matter, is it? Can you say what is the matter? Anything that occupies space and has mass and is perceived by our senses is called matter, is it? Anything that occupies space and has mass and is perceived by our senses is called matter. Okay, last class we have studied about the three states of matter. What are the three states of matter? Solid, liquids and gases, is it? The three states of matter are solid, liquids and gases. Okay, and then we have learnt about 7 physical properties, is it? What are those 7 physical properties? State, color, odor, density, solubility, melting point and boiling point. Yes, what is meant by odor? We have learnt, yes. Tamil meaning, what is the Tamil meaning of odor? Vasanai, manam, alladu durnatam, is it? And then solubility means karaithiran, okay? Solubility, karaithiran, okay? We have learnt about all the 3 states of matter, is it? Solid have definite volume and definite shape. And liquids have definite volume but indefinite shape. And then gases have indefinite shape and then indefinite volume, is it? We have learned. In this class, we will see 2 more physical properties, okay? Matter occupies space and matter has mass. these two properties we have seen in the definition of matter, is it? Anything which occupies space and has mass is called as matter, is it? In your book, there was an activity to prove this, okay? Matter occupies space. We are going to prove by an activity, okay? Okay, in that activity, they had taken a measuring cylinder. Yes, can you see the measuring cylinder in the screen? Measuring cylinder has some markings as like 20, 40, 60, 80 and 100, is it? So that this is a measuring cylinder, okay? Yes, see the image A. They had filled water, is it? They had filled water up to a definite marking, up to the level of 60. In the image B, what they are doing? They are immersing a wooden block, is it? They are immersing the wooden block inside the water. So after immersing that wooden block, what happened? Okay, the level of water rises, is it? The level of water rises. Is after removing that wooden block outside, what happened? The level of water comes back to the original position. By this, we came to know that matter occupies space, is it? Okay? And here you are going to do it in your home, okay? Okay, take a glass of water and put the stone inside it. You can see some changes, is it? Okay, do it in your home and check whether that stone occupies space or not. Is water level is rising or not, and it occupies space or not, okay? You are going to check it in your home, okay? This is your work. And then this is the next activity, okay? Activity 2, we are going to prove air is also a matter. We have already shown that solid is a matter, is it? In this activity, we are going to show air is a matter. Okay? For that activity, we need a beaker. Okay? Beaker filled with water. This is very easy. You can do it in your home. Okay? Take an empty glass and place it upside down in the beaker. Okay? You are going to place it upside down. Okay? You can observe some air bubbles while tilting the glass, is it? Because air occupies some space, is it? Okay? You can do it in your home and observe that, okay? Then the next property is mass, okay? Matter has mass. We all know this property, is it? We are saw in the definition of matter. Okay? In the previous class, what is the example I said? Can you remember that? Okay, if you measure an apple in the physical balance, you can measure some mass, is it? If you are going to a shop and ask the shopkeeper for 1 kg of fruits, means he'll measure with the physical balance, is it? So that if it has mass means only he can measure, is it? So that we can say it has mass, okay? And then if you are saying about the air-filled balloon, the mass of the air-filled balloon may be small or less, more or less, no problem that is. But it has some mass, is it? So that we say matter has mass, okay? All the matter has mass. And the next, we will see about the characteristics of 3 states of matter, okay? Yes, what are the 3 states of matter? Solids, liquids and gases, is it? 3 states of matter are solid, liquids and gases. We will see about those 3 states characteristics, okay? The first characteristic is all matter occupies space, is it? Is it? So we can say all solids occupy space and all liquids occupy space and also all gases also occupy space, is it? I have given some figures to make you understand. See? The first image you have seen in the activity 1, is it? That itself we have proved, is it? Matter, that means solid occupies space, is it? That itself we have proved. If we have immersed that block, wooden block, means the level of water will be rising, is it? From that we can say solid occupies space. Okay? And see, for liquids, liquid also occupies space, is it? If the glass is filled with water means, okay, if you are pouring the water more than the size of the glass, what will happen? It will be overflowing, is it? It will overflow. From that we can also understand that liquids also occupy space. Okay? And then what about gases? See the picture that I had given, the balloon picture, is it? Okay, if you are filling that air inside that balloon, what will happen? It occupies some space, yes. It occupies space of the balloon, is it? If you are blowing the balloon, the air will be inside the balloon, yes. So that here we can say air occupies space. That means gases, all the gases occupy space. Okay. So what is the first characteristic? All the solids occupy space, and also all the liquids occupy space, and all the gases occupy space. Okay. And the next character is all matter has mass. Is it? We know all the matter has mass, is it? We can say all solids have mass, and all the liquids have mass, and then all gases have mass. Okay? I had given picture to make you understand. See the picture? Yes, in the solids. What is the picture I had given? A solid is measured with the physical balance, is it? I have already said, is it? If you are going to the shop and if you are buying a kg of fruits, apple means, how will the shopkeeper measure? He'll keep that apple in the physical balance, is it? He'll measure it. From that we can understand that solids have mass. Okay? And then see about liquids. We have said liquids also have mass. Yes, how can you prove that? See in the image, there was 2 beakers in the balance, yes. In the balance scale, there was 2 beakers. One is filled with water and the another one is not filled with water. That was an empty beaker, is it? Yes, if you are measuring that beaker in the balance means, what is showing that? What you have seen in that image? The empty beaker is in the top, is it? And the liquid filled beaker, that means the water filled beaker has some mass, is it? From that we can understand liquids also have mass. And then see about gases. If you are weighing a balloon without filling the air, if you are placing that balloon in the balance scale, okay, and in another side you have placed a air filled balloon, is it? Yes. Now see that image. That air filled balloon have some mass, is it? From this we can say gases also have mass. Okay. This what we have learned here. All the solids have mass and all the liquid have mass, and then all the gases have mass. Next we will see about volume and shape. Okay. And first about solid. Solid have definite shape and definite volume, is it? The volume of the solid remains unchanged, is it? If you are placing a wooden block on the table, wooden block, if it is in square shape, that means cube shape means the shape and the volume remains unchanged, is it? So that we can say solid have definite volume and then a definite shape. Okay, and then about liquid, liquid also have a definite volume but does not have any definite shape. Okay, about volume we can say, if you are changing the container, if you are pouring 1 liter of water into a jar or else a jug or else water bottle, means also the volume does not change. Okay, so that we can say liquid has a definite volume. And then considering the shape, how about the shape of the liquid? It takes the shape of the container, is it? If you are pouring the water inside the jar, means it takes the shape of the jar. If you are pouring the water inside the water bottle, means it takes the shape of that water bottle. If you are pouring that water inside that glass or tub, means it will take the shape of that tub or glass. Okay, so that liquid has definite volume and then it does not have a definite shape. Okay, and then about gas, gas does not have a definite volume and then it does not have any definite shape. Okay, the gas will fill wherever it has space. Okay, so that it does not have any definite volume. And then considering about the shape, if you are compressing the air inside a bottle, means it will take the shape of the container, that water bottle, is it? Will play with the water bottle, is it? Empty water bottle, if you have squeezed, means it will squeeze, is it? Likewise, the empty water bottle has some air, is it? So that we can say the air, so that we can say air does not have any definite volume and then it does not have any definite shape. Okay, and then we will see about rigidity and compressibility, is it? Okay, considering solids, solids are highly rigid and it is not compressible. Okay, it is very hard, yes, so we can't compress it. Okay, and then about liquids, yes, see the image. In the class itself we will play with the water bottle, is it? If you had drink a sip of water from the water bottle, it will have some empty spaces, is it? So we will squeeze it, we will try to squeeze it and the water level will be rise a little bit, is it? So that we can say it is, liquids are slightly compressible. Okay, see the image, you can clearly understand. Okay, see this water bottle have some water and in the next image you are squeezing it, so the level of water arises a little, is it? So that we are saying liquids are slightly compressible. Okay, and then about gases, gases are highly compressible. Okay, if you are squeezing an empty bottle, it will squeeze properly, is it? So that we can say it is highly compressible. Okay, we have learnt about the characteristics of 3 states of matter, is it? Can we recall it? I have given the key points here. See, solids, liquids and gases. All solids occupy space. And then about liquids, all liquids occupy space. And then gases, all gases occupy space. And then see the second point, solids have mass. And then liquids also have mass and gases have also mass. Okay, and then the third point, the solids have definite volume. And then about liquids, liquids also have definite volume. And then gases, it has no definite volume. Okay, and then about the shape, it has, solids have definite shape, is it? And then liquids, it has no definite shape. And then about gases, it has no definite shape. And then the last point, solids are highly rigid and generally not compressible. Okay, and then liquids are slightly compressible and less rigid. And then about gases, gases are highly compressible and least rigid. Okay, solids solids occupy space, solids have mass, and solids have definite volume, and solids have definite shape. And then the last point is solids are highly rigid and generally not compressible. We have learnt about 5 points, 5 characteristics of solids, okay? And then liquids, all the liquids occupy space and all the liquids have mass, and then all the liquids have definite volume, and then liquids have no definite shape. And then fifth point, liquids are slightly compressible and it is less rigid, okay? And then we'll see about gases. Yes, what are the 5 characteristics of gases? All gases occupy space, and then all the gases has mass, and all the gases have no definite volume, and then it has no definite shape, and then it is highly compressible and least rigid. Okay, learn it properly. Okay, it will be asked in many one-word questions. Okay, in this class we have learnt about the 2 physical properties of matter. That means matter has mass, and then matter occupies space, and then characteristics of the 3 states of matter. That means about solid, all solids occupy space, all solids have mass, and then all solids have definite volume, and then all solids and this is your homework. Okay, yes, we have seen about the characteristics of 3 states of matter. Is it? We have 5 characteristics for solids and 5 characteristics for liquids and then gases. Is it? All solids occupy space, all solids have mass, all solids have definite volume, and then all solids have definite shape, and then all solids are highly rigid and generally not compressible. Likewise, we have seen about solids, liquids and gases. Is it? That is the homework for you. Okay. First write the 5 points of solids, and then write the 5 points of liquids, and then the 5 points of gases. Okay. And then read page number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, up to 9. Okay? Read up to page number 9. Have completed up to page number 9. Okay. Read it and learn it properly. Thank you.